Hello friends, this is Hedda. I hope April is treating you well so far. I just spent a week up in the mountains and enjoyed some snow and sunshine. It was lovely. Today I am responding to a Penpal letter from my friend Noemi. She lives in Hungary and studies medicine. I'll link to her Instagram account in the description box since she also makes bullet journal content. I really wanted to make a pen pal letter that matches my April theme in my bullet journal, so I went all out with the pink to make a lovely cherry blossom themed pen pal letter. I ended up making a fun folder thingy that was actually really simple to make, and I'll show you how. Oh, and before I forget, we are super close to 20,000 subscribers, so if you aren't subscribed already, make sure that you do that. Also, I have a giveaway going on in my previous video, so check that out if you'd like to win a super pretty dot grid notebook that can actually handle alcohol-based markers. It runs until April 17th. I started by decorating the letter. As you can see, I started with just one sheet, which I intended to write on both sides of, but in the end, I ended up with 2 sheets because I had more to say. I wrote the letter off camera because it's personal, but I'll show you how I decorated it. The white washi tape that I use here is from the washi tape shop, and I got these ones from them as a gift. I can't say it's the best glue I've ever seen on washi tape before. They're definitely not as sticky as real Japanese washi tape, but they work fine when used just on paper like I do here. I got some cute calendar stickers off of AliExpress that I used to mark which day I wrote the letter, and I also used some of the bunny stickers from my Easter printable, which is up in my shop. Here I'm just picking out some pink and yellow stickers from some sticker packs that I got on AliExpress a while back. I really like these because they're pretty minimal, and I hope that Noemi will like them as well. I only used washi tape and stickers to decorate the letter because I have learned the hard way that using lots of extra paper adds a lot to the weight of the pen pal letter as a whole, and a heavy letter is more expensive. As someone who sends a lot of letters, it really adds up quickly. This pen pal letter ended up weighing 36 grams, which is well below the 50 grams limit that I've set for myself, so I'm pretty happy with that. I used some of the same stickers in this letter as I used in my April setup in my bullet journal, and it was actually really satisfying to use up some of the stationery because I hate being done with a bullet journal setup and then having scraps of stickers and other stationery left over, and now I won't have that problem. As for the weekly spreads I have left to make before the end of the month, I will just use my Patreon printable journaling kit that I made for April. I don't know if Noemi likes bunnies, but hopefully she does because I'm quite happy with these bunny stickers that I drew for Easter, and they fit so nicely with the pink cherry blossom theme. Next, I started on the folder. I used a single A4 sheet of pink paper for this. I recently got this paper cutter that's super convenient now that I have my own online shop, but it's not really necessary for what I'm doing here. You can just use scissors. I didn't measure anything, I just kind of eyeballed it so that the folder would fit nicely in the envelope, and I made sure that the flaps would overlap so I wouldn't have any trouble closing it. I went in completely without a plan, so I wasn't sure right away how I would attach the letter, but I ended up gluing a strip of paper across the middle to make a little slit for the letter to fit through. I made it tight enough so the letter won't slide out when Noemi opens it. I decorated it with a cherry blossom sticker and a little label that I made by writing one letter in each square on dot grid paper. And this way of making labels is just really simple because you have the dot grid as a guide when cutting it out with scissors, and the letters will be equally spaced apart since they're in their own little square. I also used some of the cherry blossom stickers that I got from Notebook Therapy. I've gotten a lot of use out of this cherry blossom sticker sheet. I'm not adding any playlists or reading lists or extra question cards to this letter, but I am adding some washi tape samples as well as some stickers and some ephemera. I didn't have anything to put the washi tape on that would actually fit the theme, only this black cardstock label thingy, which worked just fine. It's not super visible when it's covered in washi tape anyway. I decided to add one of the washi tape shop washi tapes and 2 washi tapes from Notebook Therapy that I really like. I used leftover pink paper to make a little pocket for the washi tape. This is super simple, just fold the paper around the item that you want to fit in the pocket, in this case the washi tape sample, and also fold the third side of the paper so that the pocket has a bottom. If you cut diagonally in the 2 bottom corners, there will be less paper flaps folding on top of each other, so it will be less bulky. And then just use a glue tape or a glue stick or something else to attach it to the flap. I decorated the pocket with another sticker and labeled it according to the content of the pocket, and the washi tape sample fits snugly into the pocket. Then I went on to make a pocket for stickers just above it. I didn't really measure this either, I just eyeballed the size again so that it would be approximately as wide as the washi tape pocket. I'm not too worried about the size because whatever doesn't fit in here can go in the ephemera pocket on the other flap. Please keep in mind that it's not mandatory to put in this many extras in a Penpal letter. I just have a lot of sticker flakes, washi tape and ephemera, and Noemi has put in so much effort into her studies this year as well as working at a hospital during COVID, and I just wanted to treat her to some nice spring themed stationery. On the other flap, I used the remaining pink paper to make a longer pocket that opens towards the inside of the folder, and this way nothing will fall out of there. I'm really happy I was able to just use 1 A4 sheet of paper for this whole thing, because then I don't have paper scraps left after I'm done. Since the pocket is quite small, I wasn't able to fit large sheets of paper in there, so instead I cut or ripped the different papers to the right size to fit in there. I labeled it ephemera and other goodies, since at this point I hadn't exactly planned what would go in there. After decorating the pocket, I started the process of picking out stationery to fill the pockets with. I used some of my own printables that are in my shop, since you can never have too many labels and frames. I also went through some of my scrap paper and added a variety of handmade papers and vellum paper, ripped out pages from books and other fun papers that I have in my little ephemera box. There's so many different things in there, I don't even know what I have anymore. I don't actually have any cherry blossom sticker flakes, so I just mixed some pink and red stickers with some floral stickers and some cute cat stickers, because Noemi has a cat that is very cute. I also cut out some stickers from a couple of sticker sheets from Together with KX. The pockets became quite full in the end, but luckily I had made the flaps a lot wider than they needed to be, so I didn't have any trouble closing them in the end. I finished writing the letter off camera and then I placed it in its place in the folder. And then I got started on decorating the envelope. The first thing that I did was place a label with my P.O. Box address on the back of the envelope. Noemi has my home address, but after writing the letter, my wrist was hurting a lot, so I just decided to put the P.O. Box label on there as the return address in case the mail service has any trouble delivering it. I have the P.O. Box address in the description box if you ever want to send me anything. I decorated the envelope with some pink and white paper and some stickers. I didn't go over the top on this envelope, but I think it turned out quite cute. I made sure to leave room for the stamp in the top right corner, and I'll be writing Noemi's address in the white rectangle in the middle. I also wrote Noemi's name with a Tombow dual brush pen to add something extra to the envelope, and I really like this deep pink color. I think it looks really good on the envelope as well. The very last thing that I did was to use my corner cutter to round the corners of the folder, and then I closed it up with a round sticker, placed it in the envelope, and then I sealed it with some glue. I used to use glue tape to close my envelopes, but after Junni from Junnison Studio told me that her order from my shop arrived almost open, I started using this liquid glue instead. I don't want any mail to get lost on the way to the recipient. And that is all for this Penpal video. If you made it all the way to the end, make sure to add a cherry blossom emoji to your comment. And please consider subscribing if you haven't already, so that we can get to 20,000 subscribers before next weekend. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that Noemi will be happy to see this in her mailbox someday soon. I hope that you're all having a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!